Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So, are Alex and Stephanie breaking up? And could Stephanie and Theo actually be a potential couple on their best days? Let's analyze this right now. Because in the August 5 episode of Days of Our Lives, the show almost hit viewers hard with the possibility of a Stephanie and Theo pairing. And it kind of came out of nowhere. But also, if you really look at the history, it didn't. Sure, there are some really good, solid reasons for them to be together, but there are also so many other reasons for them to stay far, far away from each other. Let's break down the whole messy situation, because my head is spinning from the sheer amount of trauma these people are carrying around right now. But first, we have to talk about how we even got here. The absolute train wreck that is Alex and Stephanie's marriage. It's over, guys. It just has to be. Ever since Joy Wesley came back to town with baby Kelsey, Alex has completely lost his mind. His massive savior complex just kicked into overdrive. You have to remember his history. Alex was abandoned by his biological mother, Angelica. He has this deep-rooted fear of abandonment and a desperate need to be the perfect father so his kid never feels that pain. And Joy knows exactly how to play him. She used that whole fake medical emergency with the insurance to get him wrapped around her finger, making him panic and pay for everything. Meanwhile, Stephanie is just suffocating in the background. She is suffering from severe, untreated PTSD after being kidnapped by Owen Kent. And Alex, he is completely oblivious. He is just playing happy family with his baby mama while his actual wife is falling apart at the seams. It is painful to watch. Just absolutely painful. And then we have the gun incident, the worst possible thing Stephanie could have done, but also the most tragic. She was terrified. She was having nightmares about being held captive. Steve taught her how to use a gun for protection, but she wasn't ready. She woke up groggy and panicked on the couch, heard a key in the door, and fired that loaded gun right at Joy inside Alex's apartment. A massive, horrifying mistake. And Joy survived, obviously, but she weaponized that mistake instantly. Joy banned Stephanie from ever seeing baby Kelsey again, pointing out that the baby could have been killed if she had been holding her. Which, fair point. But the real kicker here is Alex. He actually agreed with Joy. He took Joy's side and agreed to ban his own wife from his child's life to keep her out of jail. So Stephanie is just completely isolated now. She is an outsider in her own marriage, watching another woman take her place. But here is the thing about Stephanie. She actually takes responsibility for her actions. She really does. She didn't make excuses. She didn't blame Steve for giving her the weapon. She knows she messed up. She admitted that she is a danger right now, and she accepted Joy's ban. She went to her mom, Kayla, and just broke down, sobbing over her guilt and her deep hatred of Joy having Alex all to herself. But she owned it. Stephanie is genuinely trying to move forward. She is a positive person at her core. She wants to heal. She wants to fix her life. But she is stuck in this toxic loop with Alex, who just doesn't see her pain. He only sees Joy's manipulation. So, Stephanie is incredibly lonely. She is desperate for someone to just understand her. Someone who won't judge her for breaking down under the pressure. Enter Theo Carver. Because if anyone in Salem is having a worse time right now, it is Theo. You have to look at his history. Back in 2012, his mother Lexie died of a brain tumor. It completely broke Abe and Theo. And now, years later, EJ's experimental Versavix drug brought her back from the dead. It was a miracle, but then, doctor. Rolf discovered the drug is failing. The lab rat died, and now Lexie is collapsing, suffering from severe neurological issues, and dying all over again. EJ played God with her life, and now Theo has to watch his mom slip away for a second time. It is brutal. Just completely cruel writing, honestly. So Theo is angry. He is grieving. He is lashing out at EJ. He is furious at the world. He needs a shoulder to cry on. And he just dumped Jada because he couldn't handle her living with Sean Brady. So Theo's alone too. Two lonely, traumatized people wandering around Salem looking for validation. So in that August 5 episode, we see them gravitate toward each other. Stephanie and Theo. And on the surface, they kind of make sense. They are really good friends. They understand each other's pain. They support each other. They just sit there and take turns complaining about how awful their lives are right now. And they reassure each other that they have every right to be upset about the hands they've been dealt. It is honestly like watching a highly affirming ChatGPT therapy session. Your feelings are valid, Theo. No, your feelings are valid, Stephanie. If Stephanie actually leaves Alex and gets together with Theo, they could literally spend hours just crying on each other's shoulders, just validating the heck out of each other's misery and trauma. But here is the massive problem. The giant red flag that you just can't ignore. Theo is just so negative. He is always grumpy. He always expects the absolute worst out of every situation. And the biggest issue, he always blames other people whenever things don't go his way. If the world doesn't act exactly the way Theo wants it to, then the world is wrong, and he is right. He has this massive victim mentality right now, which, yes, his mom is dying again, so we should cut him some slack. But it is becoming a fundamental character trait at this point. He just stews in his own negativity. He doesn't take accountability the way Stephanie does. He just points fingers and sulks in the corner. And that is exactly why Stephanie and Theo would be a terrible couple in the long run. Because Stephanie is actively trying to pull herself out of the dark. She takes the blame for her mistakes. She tries to find the silver lining and move forward. But Theo's constant negativity would just drag her right back down into the mud. They would bring out the absolute worst in each other. A relationship based solely on shared trauma and complaining is toxic. It just is. Sure, Stephanie might like that pessimistic attitude in the short term because it validates her current anger at Alex and Joy. But down the line, it would destroy her spirit. A real love story should bring out the best in you. It should make you want to be a better person, not just sit around hating the world together. So where does that leave us? Alex and Stephanie are basically done. Joy Wesley won this round. She played the game, she used the baby, and she got the Kiriakis air right where she wants them. Stephanie needs to cool cut her losses, pack her bags, and walk away from that toxic marriage before she completely loses her mind. But she absolutely should not walk into Theo's arms. They need to just stay friends. Good friends who can vent over coffee at the Brady pub. But nothing more. Because if they cross that line, it is going to be a disaster of epic proportions. And Salem already has enough disasters right now with EJ's fake drugs, Lexie's tragic second death, and Kristen's endless kidnapping plots. We don't need another messy, miserable romance dragging down the canvas. I am just so tired of seeing these characters suffer without any payoff.